Hello, hello, hello. Howdy, good evening. Hi, everyone. Who's going to be the first to join us today? I'm not here alone, guys. So if you're wondering that you can only see me, I'm not on my own. So who's there that is going to join me tonight? Hello, who is there? Say hello. Say hello. Oriyomi, good evening. How are you? Hello, Jefferson. It's been a while, Jeff. How are you? I hope you're okay. Abiola, good evening. Thank you very much for joining, guys. I appreciate you all for coming on after the notification. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Today we're discussing attributes, and I'm excited to discuss this attribute. I'm not just excited, that is another day. You know, I'm always excited. Each day is an excitement for me. I don't know why. I'm just like that. And also, one of the other reasons why I am excited is because I have a special guest with me today. I'm sure that you guys will be happy that she's here with us. So Ada, good evening. How are you? Yes, because a lot of you have been asking about her. Who is she? You know, this is, oh, that's who, some of you know who she is already. But she's here with me tonight, and I'm excited to share these attributes with her because I think that she is well placed to discuss these attributes. And of course, guys, I also want you to discuss these attributes with me. So I want us all to have a dialogue about these attributes, how we could develop these attributes, why we're discussing these attributes, the person that we got this attribute from. If this person is really like this, in your opinion, share it with us. We will share our opinion and our experiences with you, and you can also share yours with us. And even if you have more information, or maybe you have another definition for these attributes, please feel free to share with us. We would really love to know what you're thinking on these attributes and in this program. Guys, you know, of course, we love it when you join us. You can either join us in conversation by calling Julie Ngoya's Messenger. So you can call directly from Messenger, Julie Ngoya, or if you like, you can also write your comments and I will read your comments. I'll try and read as many as possible. So thank you so much. I can see the love and the thumbs up. I appreciate it. But before I turn the camera to show you who our special guest is tonight, I would like to thank you guys and also ask you to please do the honors of sharing this program. So share on your page. That's the first way you can do it instantly by just sharing, clicking on share, and it would go on your page. You'll be able to watch it later and other people would be able to see it on your page. Secondly, you can add hashtag at. So you can at somebody. So not hashtag, excuse me, it's not hashtag. Just write at, which is the at symbol as an email at, and then start typing the person's name. You'll be able to, the person will know that you're watching this program and they will join you, because that means you're mentioning their name. You want them to join you. So do that with at least 5 people if you will. Thank you. I appreciate that. And the third way you can also share with other people and let them know that you're watching this program is by inviting them in privately. So you also click on invite message and you send a message to the person that you're watching this. It's also 2 clicks to do that. So if you will, please do that also. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera shortly, but let me say hello to some people because I see that a lot of people have joined us and I would like to thank them for being here with us tonight. Hello, Benny Gift. How are you? Thank you for joining. Jesse, good evening. Thank you for joining. Hello, Gideon. Good evening. Thank you for joining. I hope we will see you soon, Gideon. Chimezi, good evening. Thank you for joining. How are you today? Thank you. Amayo, I'm okay. Thank you very much, Amayo. Good evening. Flavia, how are you? Ada, thank you for joining. So guys, I'll ask you one more time, please, to do the honors and share this. We're going to discuss Dr. Sunday's attributes we all love and we also can develop. And today's attributes is mentor. I think this is an easy one to actually discuss I know we've had ones that I think that it was very challenging to discuss, because understanding the definition and then also aligning it with myself is easy with Dr. Sunday, because these attributes, as you know, are Dr. Sunday's attributes that you gave Dr. Sunday, that you said that Dr. Sunday is to you, or you identify with Dr. Sunday's character. So how did we come about these attributes? Let me actually explain in case you're joining us for the first time. Right. We started with this in May. Actually, we started April, May. Dr. Sunday's Golden Jubilee was in May, 28th of May to be precise. And during that, before that time, we had a whole host of competition, questioning, social media activities. And one of those activities is asking people attributes of Dr. Sunday that they love. And they gave us many attributes. Of those attributes, we selected 50 of them because it was his Golden Jubilee. It was going to be 50 in May, in May, and so we thought 50 was the right number to select. And of that 50, we're discussing each one of them every day, not every day, during the week. So we started some time ago, and we are on number 24, which is almost halfway actually. Wow. How time flies. We're on number 24, which is mentor. So this is how we came about this. Let me say it again, because I think I said mentor there. Mentor. You know, I kind of look at myself sometimes like, Maiwa, what are you doing? Mentor. Mentor. Okay. Maybe it's my Yoruba, Nigerian, and English accent. I don't know. I have no excuse, but it's mentor. So thank you very much, guys, for your patience with me. I know I can be a little bit playful, but just bear with me, okay? So, Ayo, good evening. Thank you for joining. Reverend Rosalie, good evening. Olamide, good evening. I've said Oriyomi already. Thank you. Benny, I've said hello. Thank you. So, our special guest, have a look, guys. This is our special guest here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da. Da-da. Look who we have here. Okay.
Hello, guys. Wow, Maiwa. Well, I don't think I'm that special of a guest to say, special. But yeah, I'm glad to be here. And I'm Babush here, which I don't know, some of you must have seen me. So yeah, today I'll be with you. And I'm glad and excited to share this attribute with you of DSA. So I believe it's going to be fun. So you don't go anywhere, stay with us, and I believe you have a good time too.
Yay! Okay, that's Lady B. I call her Lady B. She's such a lady. You've seen her already. I mean, I'm a female, but I'm not sure if I'm such a lady. Well, she's a lady. So she's here with us. And you know the great thing about her being here and discussing these attributes with Lady B is that she knows Dr. Sunday before I did. So anything that I am saying is pretty new, is still fresh. I don't know him very much or that well or long enough. But Lady B knows Dr. Sunday for such a long time, and she can actually give you more information about these attributes by Dr. Sunday if the discussion goes that way. But you know why we discuss attributes? We discuss attributes mainly to know that it's an attribute that we can discuss, we can develop in ourselves, that we should all hold and have as well as an attribute that other people talk about of us or say that we have. And it's not just about saying that we have, but we really need to be those things. We need to behave in the manner that shows the attributes and be that attributes, because Dr. Sunday is obviously these things to the people that actually gave him the different attributes that we are now discussing. So without further ado, I'm going to give a definition. You guys, this time actually you can ask questions, especially now that Lady B is here. And just as I told you just now, that she knows Dr. Sunday before I did and longer time as well. So she would have more insight to give you on these attributes and Dr. Sunday, how he develops it, or examples of these attributes that she knows of. And I will tell you my examples as well. And if you have any questions out there, then this is your opportunity for you to give us your questions so that maybe we could answer the questions for you tonight. Okay, guys, I just remembered Dr. Sunday is on radio, and it's not just any radio, it's on a radio in Nigeria, which is Cool FM. So he's going to be joining Daddy Freeze on Cool FM, Praise Jam FM. So guys, please, I know for the past 2 days now, I have been telling you about it, but if you're hearing for the first time, well, congratulations, because it's this Sunday, 24th of September, and it's 9 a.m. So you won't have to miss it. If you're hearing for the first time, please join and listen to Dr. Sunday with Daddy Freeze, 9 a.m. on Cool FM 96.9 FM. It's a Nigerian radio station. It's a very popular radio station. I know it's an entertainment radio station, but on Sundays they have preachers and leaders that they want to feature, and Dr. Sunday has been selected to be featured this Sunday. And you know, the reason I'm telling you guys, even if you're not in Nigeria, or you can always invite and tell people that are in Nigeria that you've been trying to tell or give information about Dr. Sunday to, but you can't, simply because they have problems with data. Having to watch Dr. Sunday live online is expensive for some people because of data being in Africa. This is an opportunity for those people to listen to Dr. Sunday, to listen to his teaching, to know what his substance is on radio without having to have too many hassles of data or anything else. So encourage them to listen 96.9 FM, and that's that with Daddy Freeze, Praise Jam FM on radio. Okay, so I would remind you again so that you will remember before we end this program tonight. And of course, I will try and remind you again at 9 p.m. program here in Ukraine, which is 7 p.m. in UK and in Nigeria. Again, I would like to thank you guys that are still with me. Abraham, Jane, that are still with me, or they're just joining. I just want to appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Oriyomi saying hello to Babusha. Koyejo, hello, good evening. Ayo is saying hello as well. Thank you very much, guys. So, without further ado, mentor is the attribute that we're discussing this evening. And I will start with the definition. Or should I ask Lady B to start with the definition? Because maybe she would like to. Well, let me start first, okay? And then she would add hers. So, right, the definition of a mentor, according to Google Dictionary, which is the easiest one, but I will try another dictionary. It says mentor is an experienced and trusted advisor. Okay, so those two words, they're more than 2 words there actually. 2, 4, 5 words. They carry a lot of volume. So it says an experienced and trusted advisor. So somebody that is a mentor has to be experienced, has to be trusted, and is an advisor as well. So those are 3 key things just on the back of this one word alone. So that we can discuss that alone all day. But you guys know you can call to discuss live. Call Julie Ngoya's Messenger. And if you like, you can also write your message down and we will read it out. So, Lady B, what do you want to say about that? These 5 words that I've just read out: an experienced and trusted advisor. And based on your knowledge of Dr. Sunday as well.
Okay. An experience. Well, as we all know, I like what Maiwa said. She started with the example of DSA 50 attributes, which is like we got it from during his 50th birthday, which means he's 50-year-old. I think it's pretty much explanatory that he is very experienced. Imagine him coming to the SSSR here and being a pastor from the scratch for 30 years. Trust me, guys. I've been in Ukraine. I'm still in Ukraine, and I study here. So I know what it means to be a leader, to be a pastor, to be a mentor in a total different culture. you know, the challenges is just endless. You have to learn the language, you have to learn the culture, you have to understand the people, you have to be patient and all that. And his experience with people, that is one thing I love about him, because he is not just out there like, okay, hey, hello, I'm here, I'm a leader, I'm a pastor, so come, let me mentor you, let me teach you. That's not what he is all about. He is a mentor with a different mindset. He is the mentor of the 21st century. He is the mentor that I'm telling you, when you come across him, I give you 31 hours, you will just be blown away. Like, you'll be like, okay, where is this man coming from? Because anybody that has been around him knows that I have never, and I don't think I will ever meet anybody that is so good with details. That is where I'm going to start from. His experience with details, like he won't just meet you because he wants to meet you and teach you. No, he teaches you with details. Like, he makes sure he grabs every details about you. When you come and you're there being excited, trying to meet him, oh, I'm with DSA, he's trying to study you, the way you sit, the way you laugh, the way you move, the first step he's going to give you, he's going to listen to you. You know, I call it the first stage. Or should I say the first phase of DSA. That is where you meet him and he's in a relaxed mood and he's laughing. Ooh, wow, ha, ha, ha. Are you
Okay. All right, I think. Guys, Lady B is going to give you a lot of information. You can tell already, and I think, guys, if you're interested in this, or you know anybody that will be interested, or this will be of benefit to you, please share this and ask other people to join us, because I'm telling you, you're going to hear a lot. I'm already hearing some secrets here, some things that I don't know. I heard something about stages. I really want to hear more of that. Or maybe she said phase. I think Lady B said phase or stages. I want to hear more of that, and I think it's going to be interesting. So guys, if you're out there, you want to know more, I know we're talking about Dr. Sunday's attributes, but this doesn't have to be about Dr. Sunday. It's about how we can also develop it. So whatever anyone is saying, we're saying it so that we also know what makes us this attributes and how we can develop it too. And there's a lot of things already that I know from what Lady B is saying there that I've experienced when you meet Dr. Sunday for the first time, how zealous it is to meet you, and also knowing what you need before you know yourself. I'll tell my own story, but I'm really enjoying what Lady B is saying, and I really think that we should listen out because she's giving us some information. She started with a very good foundation of how Dr. Sunday is not easy being in the old USSR, now Ukraine, and learning languages and being who he is. And that was at the back of saying an experienced and trusted advisor. So she's giving you a basis for the reason why DSA, the person that we're using his attributes to discuss today, is experienced and very and trusted in her opinion. So these stories for me, they're really good and really interesting. It's like having like a really good conversation with a friend about another great friend that we know. So guys, join us, ask other people to join us. It's going to be great. So I'm going to turn back to Lady B so that she can go on with what she's telling us.
Thank you, Maiwa. Okay, so I'm just going to conclude the first phase so Maiwa could also tell her own experience. So why am I giving this example of the first phase? We remember, guys, we're still talking about experience, right? So I don't want to use the word was the pastor of a 10,000 audience. I don't want to say was, because he still is even more. For Ukrainians, from what I know, for Ukrainians to want to come back to you again and again and again and again, it means there is something you're doing right, which I believe he was doing so much so right that these people keep coming back to him. So going back to my example of the first phase, where he meets you and you're in the relaxed mood and he's trying to, you know, play with you, and, you know, he's laughing with you, and you two, you're also laughing with him. But the most exciting part is that he is studying you. And it's so awesome how he can study you in a very little time. It's just something I can't even express, like, to the end. You can be with him for 10, 20, 30 minutes, and when you finish speaking, you know, he starts telling you things about you that you never even knew, or you never even knew that it was possible. You're just like, how is that even possible? So as I've said, that is the first phase, and it's really cool because he always gives you this experience that you will never forget him, and you want to hear more. You want to come back more, because nobody will ever give you that, you know. So you were like, okay, what's happening? Okay, I really want to come back to this man and hear more. So yeah, that is really an awesome. He always gives you that very wonderful experience that you always want to come. So yeah, that's my first phase. So Mayowa, you can go ahead.
Guys, I really find it interesting, this phase thing that Lady B is talking about. I find it very interesting. And you know, maybe I do find it interesting because of the conversation that we had before about Dr. Sunday and phases. Especially Lady B. Lady B being around us and, you know, being in their house. She knows quite a lot. She knows Dr. Sunday before and different phases of Dr. Sunday. So she would like, you know, certain things. And for me also, the way that I am, we're all different characters in this house. And Dr. Sunday is quite consistent and, you know, very able, is a very able person to actually deal with everybody as they are and accept everybody as they are. But when you see him in another light, just like Lady B said a couple of days ago, that she now feels like he is now Pastor Genius with all these short videos and what he's doing with the 7 different series that he's putting out. He will start putting out every day. You've seen snippets of it already, guys. So I understand really where she's coming from and what she's saying, but I will share a little bit more about that maybe later on in the program. I will share with you what we were discussing and how we came about that discussion. But I really want to dissect some of the things that Lady B has just said in terms of Dr. Sunday and these attributes. And the way I want to dissect them is that how can we actually ourselves, me, you know, other people, how can we develop these attributes also to be mentors? Because some of the most important thing to Dr. Sunday is that he's not the one that he's this at the top, or the only one that is able to attain this. This is this belief and his own main ethos is that whatever he's able to do, we can do, and we can do more because we have God in us, and God is giving us that ability to do them. Yes, we need to know what it takes to do those things or to achieve these things, but we need to apply these things, that what it takes to be that way. So from what Babushi is saying, and also what the dictionary is saying, that experienced and trusted advisor, these are things that you just don't achieve just by words. You have to achieve by deeds. So experience, that it certainly takes time, and it also takes consistency. You have to continuously do something for you to be experienced at it, to be able to do it, for it to be part of you. So as individual, we also need to be consistent in what we're doing. We need to make sure that the things that we're doing is worthwhile, is worthy, you know, it's about, we have the right goals, we have the right motives. So saying that is experience focused on specific things. So we can be experienced on many things. It's not just one thing, but in order for us to build muscles or build strength in an area to be experienced, we have to constantly and consistently do these things. And trusted, that really, guys, I really want us to talk about, because this is not an easy one to actually attain. And to say somebody is a mentor, I think is words that sometimes we throw around, but we don't know the weight that it carries. Trusted is really important. We talked about truth, but there's also trusted, which means being able to believe in somebody, know that what they say and what they're going to do, what they say they would do is what they would do, what they do is what they say that they would do. It's trusted. They don't change the way, they don't change they don't change their stance, they don't change things to, you know, because they just stick to what is right, and they do what is right. So everybody trusts them to do the right thing, and also to know what to do. So it's not just to do the right things, but to know what to do at the right time, at the right place. So these are really key things, and being an advisor. So experience, Dr. Sunday's experience shows us, you know, it's been here for a long time. And Babusha, Lady B, is saying that for Ukrainians or Russians to come back time after time to Dr. Sunday or want to be around him, there has to be some substance there. They're not easily led. Europeans are not easily led, or they have to see your Lady B is saying they have to see this, your substance. They have to see evidence. So really, he carries this, and also we have to, if we want to be mentors and we want to be trusted and we want to be experienced and an advisor to people, that people will come back time and time again. We need to cultivate these habits. We need to cultivate the habits of knowing what we are mentoring people about. We need to know about people. We need to love people. We need to care about them. We need to want the best for people. So these are all the things that makes you a trusted person. If you're not somebody, if Dr. Sunday is not somebody that has acquired all this attribute, all these characters in him, I don't think he would be able to retain or even still have people around him. So thank you very much for that, Lady B. I think that's a really good account that you've given us, and very good information on the person that you know, the person that we saw these attributes in. And it would really be good, guys, if you guys would also share with me your thoughts. I know there are people watching that knows Dr. Sunday. If you have any insight or any experience with Dr. Sunday that you would like to share with us, please do so. We want to know as well, and we'll share what we can with you. So before I turn back to Lady B, I want to also say something. And what I wanted to say is, in terms of Dr. Sunday, when you meet Dr. Sunday for the first time, and when, you know, the way is very zealous. I know I mentioned that earlier, but the way is so, like, almost like I've been waiting for you all your life, or all my life. That's how Dr. Sunday is with individual when he meets them. You almost feel like you're more special than you are. I know now I'm special because he tells us all the time that you're special, you're important. So I know that you will definitely build your confidence. But that very first time that he pays you so much attention, he looks at you, he listens to whatever you're saying, even if you're not even making sense. He listens attentively, he looks at you in the eyes, he holds you if you need, he knows when you need holding, you know, like, oh, let me hold you, and I think you want me to hold you. He knows all that. So all those things carries a lot of weight. And for sometimes we get carried away that this person, and this person that is like this, that it means is very jovial, very playful, very happy, very loud, and, you know, everything that you wish when you meet a friend, an old friend, or somebody you grew up together, the way you expect them to be. Or maybe for me, the way my mom is with me, you know, when she sees me, she's so happy, she's so like, oh my God, my daughter is here. This is how Dr. Sunday is, and you didn't know me from anywhere. So I think as mentors, well, this is how you trust people. I think that that's something we need to cultivate and not take lightly. Like, okay, you meet people, or you think that, okay, I'm up here, these people, they're coming for me, so there's no need for me to be anyway. They know what I am anyway. They know what I have. It's not like that. You know, he even kneels down to greet you. You know, if he's not hugging you, is kneeling to greet you. So those things as well in a mentor is really it's something that I admire, that I didn't even know that I admire, and it has such a big impact on me until I actually see him. I see him regularly demonstrating these things. And so it's important. That's an habit to cultivate. And I will let Lady B talk in a minute, but also I was telling you earlier that I was discussing something with Lady B, which is connected with what we're saying about when Dr. Sunday meet you for the first time. I think it was after a call or conversation we had last night, and Dr. Sunday was really firm. So I know I've read this definition out, but being a mentor also doesn't mean that you're a pushover or you want everybody to love you and everybody hugging you and, you know, you're a nice person, Mr. Nice Guy or Mrs. Nice Guy, or, you know, be the person that just let anybody walk over you. Dr. Sunday is not like that. So on the contrary, when he needs to be firm, when he needs to show that, you know, the strength is required, power is required, he instantly gives you that as well. He demonstrates that. And he was talking to people, and you know, normally he would joke, you know how he is on the phone, some of you have heard him. And when when he needs to go to the next stage of being a leader, of being a mentor, he wouldn't say, I just want this person to like me or respect me. I would be this way all the time. Yes, he would be jovial when he just meet you. He would talk to you. He knows a lot about you. He knows how to find out more things about you. He is very observant. He's very detailed. But at the same time, he would like, okay, you know, when he needs to be firm, you have to sit up. No, you have to do this. So we were talking about the different stages of Dr. Sunday, and Lady B said yesterday, after a conversation he had with Dr. Sunday, she said that Dr. Sunday, they don't know. This is another phase of DSA. So we all started laughing at her. They don't know, huh? That this is another phase of DSA. So he has different phases as well. And I think that it's really important also not to be a monotone person as a mentor. You need to know the environment. You need to know the people. You need to give people a chance to be who they are. But at the same time, when you need to stand up to the task, then you need to stand up and be firm, because people need that. They need that direction and leadership. So this is what we were discussing before. Is there anybody out there that wants to say something? Somebody is saying, which of the count do we call? Okay, hello, Citizen Movement Against Religious Cabal, SMARC, how are you? Thank you for your comment. You can call Julie Ngoya. Julie has left her details up in the link, so you'll be able to call her and we can discuss these attributes. Thank you for wanting to discuss the attributes, so please join us. We'd love for you to do so. Oriyomi says he maintains balance. Yes, absolutely. You're right. I think that's what I was trying to say. But well put, Oriyomi. Thank you also for helping me out. Hello, Innocent. Good evening. Thank you for joining. Abdul, how are you? Good evening. Pastor Natalia, good evening. Thank you for joining. So, guys, what would you say about the things that we have discussed so far? We've discussed about, you know, the first meeting, understanding the mentors' understanding of the individual or people, mentors focus on people, mentors' ability to read a situation or read people. All these things are important. I think we have a caller. I'm excited. Whoever is calling, thank you so much for calling. I'm going to take the... Oh, hello. It's Chibezi. Hello, good evening. You may speak.
Hi, how are you?
Go on.
All right. I was going to say it's morning on my side.
Oh, good morning.
I know. Well, I was just a quick one. I added that in addition to the definition you gave about a mentor,
yes,
as it has to do with Dr. Sunday, I just added that a mentor is an experienced individual that takes keen interest in the growth, development, and the fulfillment of another individual who looks up to them for guidance. And I think
I think somebody should write that down.
One-on-one. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Speak a little bit louder, but I want someone to write it down. So can you say it again, because that's a very good definition, please.
Okay, so I said a mentor is an experienced individual that takes keen interest. What is for me there is keen interest in the growth, development, and the fulfillment of another individual who looks up to them for guidance. So, you know, several of us, is one thing to have that experience, is one thing to guide people, but remember, people want results. People want to be able to, look back and say, okay, yeah, I have fulfilled this purpose, I've fulfilled this dream, or I've fulfilled this aspiration. And the mentor is the one who brings on board their experience in trying to guide you, point you in the direction that would help you eventually get across that line. So that when you look back, you say, wow, it's been a good journey. And if it hadn't been for this person's guidance, assistance, advices, I probably would have been able to do that. And I see that's what he usually tries to do. The first time I met Dr. Sunday was when he visited my then church in Nigeria, and he said something that hasn't left me. In fact, he said something then that didn't make sense, that today resonates strongly. He said then that any society where 1 + 1 isn't equal to 2.
Wow.
That society will always be in chaos. And, I actually went back and I wrote 1 + 1 = 2, and I tried to look through it. And when I look back at our society, Nigeria and Africa, it's just simple. Why we have the upside down system is because, 1 + 1 is not 2. People don't follow procedures. People don't do things, the way they should do it. And as a result, we don't get the required result, which is actually that 2. Things must add up. That's what he was simply saying. And I see that, and if you look at all that he's been pushing for, the renaissance, the changes, everything he's simply saying is, look, let's do things in the appropriate way. So he's not someone given to cutting corners.
Yes.
And even if you look at, if you come to the church perspective, where we've been talking about the values and the preachings or whatever, that's exactly what he's saying. So basically for me, I think he's a very authentic person. You can see it in his laughs, you can see it in his, when he becomes very serious.
Yeah.
You can see it in the crosses he places, and then there's one thing, Lady B said that most pastors, and I stand to be correct, and I mean no harm also.
Yes.
If you look at most pastors, especially black pastors, Nigerian pastors, they pastor churches that are centered around their ethnic group.
It's true. Yeah, evidence shows us that.
Exactly. So, but look at him. It's not an easy thing to go into an environment where you don't have many blacks. People will say, oh, well, there was no choice. I mean, because it's Ukraine, how many blacks are there? But there could be 100 blacks. Maybe the church would have been a church where
100 people,
people from Nigeria, and that would be it.
Yes.
But here, when I look and I see the service, I see it's a multiracial environment. You see people from other races, and for people beyond from other races to set aside their biases and their prejudices and tolerations and come to sit down and listen to you. There has to be something of value you're bringing out, and I think it's something commendable.
Yeah.
I usually try to stay away from hyping pastors. I stay away from it. I'm not given to hyping pastors. Why? Because I just have this tendency to see. I don't want the person to become,
complacent.
My own way of helping them. I'll pompous. But to be honest with you, I can't help but say this is what I noticed about him.
Wow.
And he's been a blessing in the short period I have, listened to him, try to follow his messages. And I just hope he will continue. And I can also see that in the fact that even those of you who are there with him, I see the way he relates with you, the way he gives, he shares the platform with people. So it's not about him only. Sometimes he will say, does anybody have something to contribute? And he literally forces some of you, ID, there's this other guy, I haven't seen him in a while. Everybody comes up.
Yes, it does. Dr. Success, Dr. Anu.
Everyone along.
Yes.
So basically, that's my little contribution.
It's a brilliant you have just given us a brilliant contribution, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much. And you can call anytime. We really love your contributions. It's really opened up now our mind. I can speak for myself. You've really opened up my mind in terms of mentors helping others to achieve their own goals as well. That's really key. That's really important. So, because I think that we were really looking at this on the side of just what the mentor should be, rather than also what they should be to the other person or whoever they're mentoring. And you started really well and ended excellently. So thank you so much, Chimezie. We hope to speak to you again soon. Thank you.
All right, same here. Take care.
Okay,
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah, bye.
Wow. That was a good caller. Good call, good conversation. That was brilliant. Thank you so much, Chimezie. And did you guys hear all that? The definition, I was holding the laptop, so I didn't write it down. I hope somebody did out there. But if Chimezie can hear me now, please write it down so that other people can see. We really appreciate you if you can do that, please. We appreciate you anyway. But if you can do that, well, that would be great. But there's quite a lot that you told us about. Oh, we have another caller. So there's a lot that Chimezie spoke to us about. I think that we will be able to discuss it before we leave. But now we have another caller. Please, hello caller, please tell us your name and let's have your contribution.
Okay, hi.
Hello.
My name is Abdul.
Hello, Abdul. I didn't want to say it. I wanted you to say it. Okay, Abdul.
Okay. I'm actually driving, but no worries. I'm on hands-free, so I'll keep it very brief.
Yes.
I basically had known Pastor Sunday for a short while now, very short while. So maybe I don't qualify to describe what he mentors in me, but I think I still have a few things that I can say. I met him also sometimes back when he came to Nigeria to my church, and immediately he was done speaking, I told the person who was seated close to me back then that, look, this church won't bring this guy here again.
That's interesting.
somehow it's happened so till date, except if it happens to something changes tomorrow. You know, in that encounter when I met him, and after that I met him through his books, I read 2 of his books. I could basically see, first of all, that Pastor Sunday was a very honest person. I'm seeing this from a background that sometimes you're under some kind of leaders, and they are not just honest. What they tell you is not what they mean, and what they mean is not what they say. For reason best known to them. They don't really say what they want to hear, and they try to just I'm not referring to blunts now, but being honest and very transparent that you can see every part of them. There are leaders that I've been privileged to stay very close to, and there is a part of their story that is just inaccessible. It doesn't matter how close you stick. That part of their life, they don't just want anybody to get into it. You know, but meeting Pastor Sunday, I notice he's very honest, very transparent, and it's like you can just know everything staying around him. You know, then I also notice he has a good sense of humor. I noticed this from listening to him online in the past couple of weeks. He has a very lovely sense of humor. I don't think there's any evening that Pastor Sunday doesn't just burst into laughter, so full of joy, you know, and never sounds worried. You know, last week last week or this week now, he was talking about the court case.
Yeah.
And all that. Was talking about the court case, and he was laughing.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't looking bothered, depressed. That just spoke to me.
Yeah.
And gave me some sort of courage. He has an unquenchable sense of humor. Then, lastly, I think Pastor Sunday is very blunt.
Yeah.
I noticed that a caller called, and it looks like the person was having a conversation with somebody else on the other side.
Yeah.
And Pastor Sunday's response was just like, the way he said it, I was like, oh, so a strict part of Pastor Sunday. You know, his voice was very firm, and you know, sincerely, I think that's a very important quality in every leader.
Yes.
Things can't just go the way they want. Things can't just happen the way they want to happen. Everything should go the right way. I think I kind of liked that choleric aspect of him that I saw. Although I grew up with, spent a lot of my growing years with my mother, and she has that very strong choleric attribute. So somehow it had mirrored itself in me. So
good.
I really liked the way he was very blunt and very firm, and I think that's very good for a mentor, because you can't just allow things to just go. There are sometimes you need to stand up on your feet and address things. So mixing it with a good sense of humor, I mean, he's just heaven on earth kind of a person.
Wow. Very good observation, Abdul. Brilliant. Thank you so much. I'll let you get back to your driving. I know you said you've got hands-free, but just to be safe. Thank you so much. We're going to discuss some of the things that you shared with us, but I think you're really spot on with what you're saying. It's only been a little while. You're a very observant person yourself, much like Chimizi as well. Not been that long as people that follow Dr. Sunday, but you've actually heard and seen him previously. So I think that you guys also have some sort of traits to help to gravitate towards somebody like Dr. Sunday. So thank you for sharing your opinion. Please call again. We're here all the time, so you know the times already. So feel free to call us to share more of your contribution and your opinions on whatever we're discussing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys. Oh my God. You guys, what is interesting is that the two people that have called are new to Dr. Sunday's page, or followers, or new people that just met in terms of like following regularly Dr. Sunday, and they have similar things to say about Dr. Sunday and how Dr. Sunday is. A lot of the information about Dr. Sunday's openness, about Dr. Sunday firmness, about transparency, about examples with other leaders, you know, they are true. And, you know, I'll start with Chimizi and the example that, the definition that he gave first, an experience of what a mentor is an experienced individual that takes keen interest in the growth, development, and fulfillment of another individual who looks up to them for guidance. Thank you so much for this definition. I think this definition is really spot on. And this definition is not just about Dr. Sunday, but we are going to discuss it in relation to Dr. Sunday. But guys, I think that this is something also we need to cultivate, especially now that Chimizi has written it down and is now on this on the comment section. We can copy it, we can put it on our wall, on our fridge, wherever we need to, so that we will remember this definition and also try to develop the attitude or the behaviors that makes us this kind of person in order to be a mentor. So what Chimizi was saying, that the first time he met him in Nigeria, it was an interesting story where Dr. Sunday says that where 1 + 1 is 1, it's never going to be a good society, or it's going to be a great place to be. And at first he struggled with that definition or that saying, but eventually he realized how important it is that 1 + 1 has to be 2. It has to be multiplied. It has to add up. That's exactly what Chimizi's words were, which were, it has to add up. It's absolutely true. And he was also saying in relations to Nigeria and the development of Nigeria that most things are 1 + 1 is 1, and you know, it's all about one person. It has to be about multiplying and developing. And this is what a mentor does. It multiplies itself. It multiplies in helping the person that needs mentorship or is the mentee to develop and become better. It's keen to do that. And you know, I just remember that I'm not even discussing with you guys some of the things. One thing that is very prominent now that Dr. Sunday is doing, which is recording. We spend hours every single day recording, shooting Dr. Sunday's new programs or new videos that will be going out. Dr. Sunday is somebody that is always trying, is keen. So I'm going to use the word that Chimizi used, which is keen. Is totally keen to help other people, is keen to develop other people. And this is one of my own challenge in terms of understanding Dr. Sunday in the beginning, that why does he do it? What drives you? What is your driving force that you want to do this thing? You don't have to. You have enough fame, you have enough recognition, you've done enough already in your life, you're married, you have children. Why are you bothering yourself? Why don't you just put your feet up and just do nothing, you know, or just do simple things, just, you know, go on holiday, have a nice time and do things that you want to do. Why are you doing all these things? That really bugs the edge out of me. But I didn't understand until I started becoming mature as well. And I think that Chimizi really hit it on the head. Actually, Abdul also did. This keenness in other people, this love for other people, this 1 + 1 = 2, this development, this growth in other people. That's what a mentor needs to be. A mentor needs to care about other people, look out for other people, guide other people, be a compass in the direction of that person's goal, of that person's development. And I also think that that's one thing that Lady B was trying to say as well, that if people, especially in this old Soviet Union, who follow Dr. Sunday, they see something in him. They see that he's bringing solutions to them. They see that he's giving them what they need. What they need, he's helping them to be the better self, their best self. So for that reason, they cannot help it but to follow him for many, many years. I mean, he's had the church for the last anniversary was 23rd anniversary, and there's still people there. There's still people following him. You saw how many people were in the anniversary alone. So that tells us a lot about Dr. Sunday. We have another caller. Okay, wow, the men are winning, ladies. Where have you guys been? So who is online? Tell us who you are. And okay, tell us who you are. And I know who you are already, but I want everyone else to hear from you. Hello.
Okay, my name is Paul Ishukuforiade.
Hello, Paul.
Calling from Nigeria.
Okay.
Well, I want to really appreciate what you are doing and the team.
Thank you.
And when it comes to mentorship, it's a deep word.
Yeah.
I remember I said something. Many people are not mentors, they are tormentors.
Did you guys hear that? Paul just said many people are not mentors, they are tormentors. But I let him speak because this is his call. Go ahead.
Because I discovered something about Dr. Sunday paying attention to details. I thought I'd pay attention to details, but I saw senior. I saw seniority. I saw, no, this is far, far, far beyond my paying attention to minute detail. Not just... Another thing I saw, which I discovered every mentor should have, patience. Even when you're saying something, people don't understand it. Even when you're doing it, when you're laboring for years, nobody understands it. Patience. Patience. Because your story will be read one day and no clause will be added. I say, that man is patient with me. Even coming to the editing thing when I was like suggesting and I saw the people, I remember I had to be patient with people. I just have to be patient with people. People don't get it on time. Some people get it wrongly. They do something that is not correct. You just have to be patient with them. A mentor is not just somebody who is maintaining, developing people. A mentor is a mentor when he's able to come down to the level of people, the mentee, the protege that is leading, to lift them up to the height and greater height than him. I think I don't want to say so much. I just want to appreciate what you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody.
Let
us be an example. The best thing to be an example. Just like Jesus is the best example.
Yes.
And also we see the reflection of Christ in the mentor we have. And then everybody must exhibit it. Mayowa.
Yes, sir.
I learned something from you. Can I tell you?
Yes, you can.
There was a time you were being scolded openly.
Yeah.
Your attitude that day gave me more respect for you.
Oh, thank you.
I was like, wow, this person is going far. He's going higher.
Thank you very much.
And that is a mentor. A mentor is not a mentor that never corrects his mentee or protege in life.
Yes, yes.
A mentor is a person of love who has a large heart, broad-mindedness. A broad-mindedness who can accommodate everybody. That one is deep.
Yeah.
Yes, he has this large heart. I say, wow, anybody, anywhere, as long as you are coming to advance the kingdom of God, as long as we all get together to the word and get it out right and remove deception, why not?
Yeah.
So keep the good work. Julie,
Thank you. Thank you.
we have 3 of guys now.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate all of you.
Thank you.
Thank God for your life.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Paul. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Well, guys, the guys are really standing tall with us today. Thank you so much. It's been great. But, you know, I think that this is one of the attributes that we can discuss maybe twice. I feel like we should discuss it again tomorrow because it's so deep. And this is somebody that we all can identify with. We've actually discussed other attributes, but we've had three calling in so many minutes on this one attribute. So I think it's an interesting attribute. I will consider us continuing tomorrow. I'll see, depending on our program tomorrow. So guys, it's been great, but I really do want to discuss some of what you guys have called in to say. I'm going to read some comments so that we just don't leave out the comment people. Innocent saying tormentors and not mentors. I am dead. Innocent. It is funny, I know, but it is true. Some mentors, some so-called mentors, we know better that they're not mentors. Just like we know better that, you know, church is not for war. Innocent, I agree, and I know that's what Paul said. It was quite funny. I was laughing as well. So it's hilarious. Very good. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you, Chimizi. Okay. Pastor Sunday and his words are one. That's Oriyomi that's saying that. Thank you very much for that. Thank you, Mackin. Thank you. Okay. So, guys, let me just discuss it. Let's just talk a little bit about this. I think Lady B wants to say something about what is being said by other people. I really do want to make some points with I think I've made it keen, somebody that is keen, and Dr. Sunday is very, very keen. One of the things that Paul said now, because Paul just said it, so I still remember, is that Dr. Sunday also cares about other people. He cares so much. He wants to see people doing well. He cares, he's patient with people. And I think that's really key because Dr. Sunday's caliber to me, for example, is like miles apart. There's a big disparity, and you know, he's reached so much level and he passed this level, and to be able to interact and still work with us, it must be frustration, but he has what Paul is saying, which is patience. It's not easy, and you know, on my side as well, it's not easy for me knowing that this person also is very, very intelligent. This person knows what he's doing, and I don't really know much. I want to learn from him. You know, how am I? You can really be nervous, but luckily, you know, I'm not somebody that gets too nervous or get too worried. So I think that God has actually built me in such a way not to bother. But Dr. Sunday is really good in managing people. And that's one thing from what Paul said, right? Before Dr. Sunday actually tells you off, you would have done that thing maybe 10 times at the least. And I know this for sure because some of the things that he would say, when he says it, I would think, and one time when I was angry that Dr. Sunday was telling me off publicly, was that I felt like this is something that I do all the time and you don't say anything. And this goes back to what Paul said in terms of being patient, is that a mentor has to be patient with people when they're doing certain things that you know that is wrong, or those things they could do better, or they're just not paying attention to details. I am actually a no attention to detail person. I'm just learning to do that now. And, you know, it's frustrating. Even things that I know is frustrating with me and other people that don't know it. And for Dr. Sunday, he knows like 100 things, let's say 100%, and I know like 5 things, 5%. So that disparity can be very frustrating. And for him to say something, I know for sure that I would have done those things several times before he says anything. Absolutely. So when he does say something, I trust that because I know that I have done it several times. So for me, there is no argument. Yeah, it's not reason that it doesn't hurt. It does hurt, but it doesn't make sense for me to dwell on that and not grow. And I just have to listen because he's right. I cannot, you know, there's nowhere to go. You did do those things. You are like that. So the best way is for you to accept the truth and try to change those things. But it's not easy. It doesn't make it easier and doesn't make it pleasant, but that's all part of growth. You know, it's not always very easy to grow and develop yourself in the right way. It takes hard work. It takes time. So on both sides, I think that we would keep you know, matching on, how did they say, like, keep striving to just be our best on both sides. But yes, you're right. And Abdul said so many things as well. I think Abdul was really spot on in many of his accounts with other pastors and other leaders, and you know, not being transparent, not knowing anything about them. But one thing I want to say about what Abdul said in terms of Dr. Sunday and how you see Dr. Sunday is very jovial, the way that he relates with us, the mentees and the people that lives in the house. And also he gave example of somebody that called and the person not being, you know, making noise in the background. And he just told them, you know, and this is another thing that a mentor needs to be. It needs to be bold. A mentor needs to be bold to tell somebody not to do something at the right time without worrying about what the masses will say. And this is Dr. Sunday totally. If he sees that you're doing something that is wrong, he won't worry about himself because he knows the value of you knowing what he needs to say to you. And that's also, and one of the things, the reason that I like when Dr. Sunday, I accept rather than say I like, because nobody likes being told off, but I accept and I grow from it. First of all, I grow faster when I'm told off publicly, because simply from somebody that knows, somebody that is better. If I'm told off publicly by somebody that doesn't know, maybe it will piss me off a bit, but by somebody that knows, is because I see that that's an opportunity for other people to learn. So not only that I will learn, if other people are doing the same type of thing, they would be able to learn and develop themselves and, you know, stop doing whatever it is from my own experience of it. But that's one of the reasons why Dr. Sunday would also, I've observed him, that he would tell people what they're doing, and he would tell people what they're doing publicly, not to embarrass them, not to put them down, because he says it in such a good way as well that you wouldn't be embarrassed if you have a teaching spirit, I guess people say. You will not be embarrassed because you will see how he's telling the person. And, you know, somebody that wants to learn, you would have to learn, and other people would also see, because it is annoying when, with the example that Abdul gave, when you're on a call, other people are waiting or listening, and the noise in the background is really, really not good. So for him to tell somebody online directly, in a good way, not making them feel embarrassed or anything, it takes mastery. You know, it takes somebody that knows how to speak to people as well. It's not just anybody that can do that. So I really appreciate you guys for your contributions and what you've said. I'm going to let Lady B have the last word, because I think that I talk a lot, guys. You know, tell Maya White to stop talking. She talks too much. Okay, Paul, let me see what Paul is reading. It's a Mentor or Tormentor by Paul J coming soon. You know, this is an actual director, filmmaker. Paul, I trust you. Mentors or Tormentors. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that movie. Let it come. Oh my God, we've got a lady with us that wants to join us. But before the lady comes on, is Ali. Actually, it might be a guy, but I see a lady's picture. But excuse me if I'm wrong. Just hold on, caller. I just want to read some comments. Nakiba says, "Hi, GSA family. God's movement by the people and for the people." Ooh, it's gone. I think it just cut off. For the movement for the people to break free from spiritual and physical slavery. No break, no bell, unstoppable. Thank you very much for your contribution, Manuel. Thank you. Okay, that's it. That's the comments here. I think we're running out of time, but I will still take that caller's call while Lady B have her words now.
Okay, guys. Before we go, I agree with Maiwa. She said that we should continue this tomorrow. So yes, we will be rounding up. But I just want to add to some things from the point of our callers. 2 words: patience and details. DSA is really, really patient with people. I'll give you an example. If you understand Ukrainians and if you speak Ukrainian language, or should I say Russian language, because I speak Russian, is a very rich language, and because of that, they have so many words, so many phrases. So imagine somebody wants to say something that he's just supposed to say straight, he will just go round and round, say it again and again and again. And Pastor just sits there and he's just, and we'll just be saying between us, like, let this person finish, or let Pastor say something, let him interrupt. Like, we sitting on the background, we are like getting impatient, and he's just sitting there humble and just listening and patient. And I'm like, oh my God, why? Just stop this person. But I'm telling you, if you know DSA, he will never stop you. If for him to stop you, then it means he's running out of time or something. But on a good day, he will just allow you to just go on and on and on and on. So yeah, that is a very, very wonderful skill that I think as a mentor, which me and you are, we should really, really learn. It's not easy to be patient with people, because imagine if you're a mentor, you're going to come across thousands of people with different characters, and it's crazy. Let me tell you, it's crazy. But if we can only humble ourselves to learn those skills which DSA has, it's really, really going to go a long way. And the other part is, the other point I want to add is the details, which I've said earlier on. And I'm still going to add that because of my, shall I say, experiences with him. I remember a day that we're working with him, and I came in a little bit late, and you know, I just greeted him and I sat. And he just looked at me. He said, "What is wrong with you?" I was like, okay. In my mind, like, what do you mean? And I was like, I couldn't even answer. And he just went on, and like, I know you're not fine. Like, I just know. Like, he's not just too detailed. He is sensitive. OMG. I have never seen that sensitivity around me ever. So he just, you know, I just had a talk with him, and I told him, and he like, yeah, I just knew that the moment you walked in, I just knew something was wrong. He didn't just knew something was wrong. He didn't just stop at something was wrong. He was interested. He was actually already working, as I've said earlier on, that I came a little bit late. So he stopped whatever he was doing, which was important, just to go aside to talk to me, ordinary me, you know, just to find out what was wrong with me. So wow, yeah, he is detailed and he is very sensitive. So I believe him being my mentor is not a mistake, and that's another awesome skills I think as well that we should learn. Wow, I'm not even gonna lie, I don't even know how to go about that. But I'm telling you, if you and me can learn that, I think it's really going to be awesome. So yeah, thank you, Mayowa.
Thank you, Lady B. So guys, tonight we are done with today's program, with this particular program. Dr. Sunday will be back at 9 p.m. Ukraine time, which is 7 p.m. UK and Nigeria time. We're not having, we can't go yet because our caller keep cutting out. Sorry, caller. But you know, also Lady B has now let the cat out of the bag that we are going to continue this tomorrow. I think we should continue this particular one tomorrow, which is mentor. We all have so much to say, and I think it will be a great opportunity for us, everybody, to add their contribution. So you know now, guys, you know what's going to happen at 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. We are going to continue part 2 of discussing these great attributes. Mentor, attributes of Dr. Sunday we all love, and we believe that we can develop mentor. We can all develop it. We have to be mentors to somebody, you know. So I think that it's a good one for us to really work on. Vivian, good evening. Pastor Irene, good evening. Thank you for joining. So guys, we're going to call it an evening, but you know what Lady B just said about attention to details and also being sensitive. I think it goes hands in hand. We'll talk about that tomorrow. So please join us again tomorrow evening. But don't forget, Dr. Sunday will be back this evening, tonight, in less than an hour. So that's in about 55 minutes. Please come back and join in the checklist. Dr. Sunday is still talking about the beatitude and what we need to develop as individual. So please join us at 9 p.m. Ukraine time. That's 7 p.m. UK and Nigeria time. And I think I didn't even mention YouTube today. Go to YouTube. YouTube is your friend. Sunday Adelaja Official. Sunday Adelaja Official on YouTube. But I think I mentioned other things. And also I mentioned to you that Dr. Sunday will be on Freeze FM or Praise Jam FM 96.9. That's a Nigerian radio station. That's 9 a.m. Sunday, the 24th of September. So please invite people in Nigeria. This does not require data. So they don't have any excuse now not to get to know the person that you've been watching and you've been delighted to know. So invite your friends and family in Nigeria to watch him, or should I say listen to him, because he's on radio. They won't be able to see him, he's on radio. So to listen to him, 9 a.m. Sunday the 24th of September. That's this Sunday that's coming up. Praise Jam with Daddy Freeze, 96.9 FM. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon. I appreciate you all for joining. Take care of yourself, and bye from me and Lady B. Bye.
Bye.